There's a pattern in the Bible that almost no one talks about. Every single person God blessed went through the same thing first. Yet most people, when it happens to them, think God has forgotten them. He hasn't. What you're going through right now may be proof that He's about to move. Here's why. If you are waiting on God right now, waiting for a prayer to be answered, a door to open, a situation to turn around, this is for you. I see so many people in this season who are confused, tired, and starting to wonder if God even hears them. But what you're experiencing right now has a name. And once you recognize it, you will never read a hard season the same way again. Most people don't miss their blessing because they lack faith. They miss it because they don't recognize what the waiting period actually looks like, and they walk away too soon. There are three things that almost always happens right before God moves, and I want to walk you through all three. Right before God does something significant, the communication goes quiet. It happened to Joseph in prison. It happened to David hiding in a cave. And it's probably happening to you right now. Most people interpret that silence as rejection. They think if God were really about to bless them, they'd feel it. But that's not how it works. Silence is not the absence of God. I know what that silence feels like personally. I spent nearly 14 years going to school part-time while working full-time, chasing a degree in science and math, believing it was going to lead me to medical school. When I finally finished, I couldn't see a single door open, not even the opportunity to fulfill my dream to go to medical school because I had to take care of a child and support them. I had the degree, I had done the work, but I heard nothing. I remember feeling genuinely defeated. Then out of nowhere, I received a call. One of my cousins that's in education, working in an inner city school with boys that were having difficulty. She said that the city was actively looking for people with my exact background because they needed to place qualified teachers in the inner city to teach math and science. God wasn't silent because He forgot. He was silent because the right moment hadn't arrived yet. If prayer feels like it's hitting the ceiling right now, that's not a sign God has stopped moving. That's often the sign He's closest to delivering. Right before God moves, the things you were leaning on start to break down. That's the second thing that starts to happen. Jobs get shaky. Relationships shift. Plans fall through. This is not random. It's strategic. God often removes what you're depending on so that when the blessing comes, you know exactly where it came from. Look at Ruth. Everything was stripped away. Her husband, her homeland, her security. Before she ended up in the field that changed her life. I lived this too. After that teaching job came through, things were finally stabilizing. I was supporting my son while he was in college, managing my bills without any issues, feeling real settled and satisfied. And guess what? Then I got a pink slip. I didn't know what to do. I had never been laid off, never fired, never. And I was qualified, but nothing was moving. Again, I get a call from another family member who has a dental practice. She called and said she needed someone to manage her office finances, the front desk, to get everything in order. I took it. I took it by the reins. And that job gave me something no classroom ever could. A front row seat to entrepreneurship. The finances, the operations, the vision, what it takes to run your own business. That layoff didn't set me back. It set me up for a future, for a better future. When things start collapsing around you, don't just panic. Pay attention. Pay attention. God is clearing space. This is the most dangerous one. Right before the breakthrough, most people feel an overwhelming urge to stop. It's just strong. It's this desire just to walk away from prayer, walk away from faith, just walk away from the waiting. Not a small nudge. It is heavy. And it's a persistent pressure that says nothing is working. Just let it go. Forget about it. Most people don't stop because they lack faith. They stop because the waiting has been long. They're tired and nothing visible has changed. I remember sitting with that degree in my hand, feeling nothing but defeat. 14 years of work, night classes, full-time job, raising a family, and at the finish line, I had literally given up. I wasn't just discouraged. I had stopped looking. And that's exactly when the call came. Not when I was pushing, not when I had a plan, when I had let go. Let go and let God. The quitting feeling wasn't the end. It was the pivot point. If you feel like you can't keep going, hold on just a little bit longer. That pressure is not a signal to stop. It is a signal that you're almost there. If this message resonates with you today, like the video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and leave a thoughtful message in the comments. Tell me where you are in your waiting season. Again, I'm Deborah, and this is Family Still Matters. And because family still matters, so does your faith, your patience, and your trust in God. The waiting is not wasted, and you are not forgotten. Thank you so much for watching today. It means everything, more than you know. And I want to leave you with this final word and let it last and linger with you. The last thing that settles in your heart today. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as an eagle. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. That is Isaiah 40:31. May God continue to richly bless you. I look forward to seeing you next time. God bless.